Broadcasting worldwide to every nation, this is the Gospel America Television Network. Broadcasting to every nation on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and online at gospelamerica.net. It's time for Real Talk with the Jenkins, featuring Lady MJ, Pastor Marcella Jenkins, and Dr. G, Dr. Gary Jenkins. And now, let's join Real Talk with the Jenkins.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ.
And we are the Jenkins. Now, Lady MJ, I tell you what, the new year is upon us, and we made it through 2021. Woo-wee! What a rough year.
It was.
I got to tell you,
yes.
That was a rough year. Tell me, what were some of your challenges in 2021 that you want to share with us?
I think the biggest challenge was the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard. You know, I thought we was coming to an end of it, and then all of a sudden, we was back with another variant of it.
Uh-huh.
You know. Oh, you know what? No, I know what was the roughest part.
What was that?
It was in February, March, when we had to freeze. Oh my God!
Oh yes. We cannot.
And that freeze.
We can't forget the winter of 2021.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
Golly, people were freezing all over the place. We didn't have no electricity. We didn't have no water. You couldn't even flush your toilet. So 2021 was a year full of trials and tribulation, for lack of a better way to say that. But I got to tell y'all, but God, through it all, He brought us through.
Yes.
And
you know what was really, really interesting about the freeze, because it just wasn't for 1 day or 2 days. It was for 5 days.
Mm-hmm. And as I said before, you couldn't even heat your house. Now our house is all electric. Okay, we ain't got no gas nowhere. Okay. Our house is all electric, so when electricity goes out and the grid shuts down, our house shuts down.
Yeah, yes.
And we had blankets and we shivered together in, I believe it was January of 2021. But through it all, God got us through it. And there were a lot of real nice people that helped along the way, including the city of San Angelo.
Yes.
The mayor was out there knocking door to door, Mayor Brenda Gunner, and she was out there knocking door to door, and there were people that volunteer groups making sure seniors got meals, who couldn't get out. They were stuck in their homes, literally were held prisoner in their home by the weather. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of the people who stopped for a moment, forgot about their own troubles,
yes,
and they went out there to help their neighbor.
That's what I'm saying. Neighbors were helping neighbors.
Yeah, they were.
Yes. Neighbors
are helping neighbors. And in the midst of all this stuff, you get to see the good in people. I still believe there's good in people, and I believe that when catastrophes come, disasters come. I used to work for FEMA, and of course I was down in New Orleans and definitely saw what can happen when people have a disaster on a large magnitude like that. But you see, in the midst of all of the tragedy and in the midst of all of the debris and the destruction, you see a light of hope, because there's people, Lady MJ, there are people that really want to do their best to help their neighbors in a time of crisis. Mm-hmm. And I believe that 2021 was the proving year of seeing the best of people in the trying times. What do you think about that?
Yes, I do. I believe in all of that, in the midst of all of that, even the pandemic, people came together to help each other. and you see God's word, you know, how love thy neighbor, you know, treat someone like you wanted to be treated. And that happened a lot in 2021, I believe.
Well, we saw so much of it, and not only in Texas with the grid going down and all of the stuff that was happening, but across the nation.
Yes.
You know, in California, Oregon, they had wildfires this year. One of the worst wildfire seasons of the year, and well, not of the year, but in recent years, it was one of the worst wildfire seasons. And you know what? Firefighters, not only from California and CAL FIRE, but firefighters from all across America came to help those firefighters and to help save lives first, and then to save the homes of people whose homes were threatened. A lot of homes were destroyed by the wildfires that took place. And the country, some people are attributing it to global warming. I believe that that's highly possible. But our country has been going through a severity of different weather-related disasters. And
I mean, even flooding.
Yeah.
People came together, and people from other states went to the states where all the flooding was, you know, there to help to go through the rubbish. When was it a building that collapsed?
Yes, in Florida.
And the people went to go through the rubbish to try to find bodies, try to help out, you know, and bring food to the workers and things of that sort. So it was a trying time, but I thank God for the people that wasn't selfish.
Amen. I do too, and I thank God for the folks. You know, and there's some folks right here in San Angelo, you know, here at the Salvation Army.
Yep.
They helped some people that were going through tough times during natural disasters. And we also had, I believe it was the Baptist Men's Fellowship.
Yes.
And so kudos to all these organizations, the Baptist Men Fellowship. And these guys went down in their trailers and with a food truck. And Lady MJ, it was just amazing to be able to see that they were serving literally thousands of meals to people that were caught up in the disasters, whether it was in flooding in the south or whether it was wildfires on the west coast. Well, Lady MJ, as you know, the 2021 was a year filled with weather-related disasters. People were being bombarded with wildfires on the west coast. We had flooding in the south. Then we had tornadoes on the east coast and other parts of the country. And we're going to talk about some other challenges that took place in 2021, but we're going to thank God that He brought us through. There were a lot of people who lost their lives in 2021, and our hearts go out to those families. We'll be back in a moment.
Real Talk with the Jenkins. We'll be right back after these messages.
My name is Travis with Grace Transmissions. Here at Grace Transmissions, we have a reputation for customer service, and we've been serving the San Angelo area for over 45 years. Our focus is you, the customer. So whether you need a diagnostic check or a complete transmission service repair, we're here for you. Grace Transmissions, where service meets quality, and that's our #1 priority.
We are here when you need us.
Grace Transmissions, 1202 Pulliam Street, San Angelo. Ready for a great meal and an awesome atmosphere? Then Golden Corral in San Angelo is the right place. You'll get a wide variety of delicious selections. Whether it's from our grill with freshly cooked steaks, our line of entrees featuring fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and plenty of mixed vegetables, to our array of desserts and your choice from the salad bar, you'll dine in our newly renovated family-owned restaurant with style and comfort. Golden Corral serves breakfast Saturday and Sunday mornings and steaks every night and after 11 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Golden Corral offers curbside to go and catering with a large menu for your special event. So come on out to Golden Corral, 4387 West Houston Hart in San Angelo. It's the giant rug and art sale under the big white tent at the Mall of Abilene near JCPenney's for a limited time only. You'll get great deals, 30 to 50% off from an impressive selection of beautiful rugs of all sizes and shapes. You'll see all kinds of styles and colors. Witness a greater selection of rugs at the Rug and Art Tent than any other place in Abilene. Looking for art? You'll find a great display of decorative oil paintings and frames at the Giant Rug and Art Sale. Select paintings of different genres and sizes from 2 by 3 to 10 by 13. It's all happening at the Giant Rug and Art Sale at the Big White Tent at the Mall of Abilene near JCPenney's for a limited time. And now back to Real Talk with MJ and Dr. G.
Well, Lady MJ, one of the biggest challenges of 2021 to me was the number of people who lost their lives due to COVID-19. And according to the different stats that we get from the CDC and other sources, over 800,000 people. 800,000 people. I mean, I want you to think about that. 800,000 people lost their lives due to COVID-19. Some people lost their lives because they just didn't want to wear masks. Some people lost their lives because they didn't want to get vaccinated. And 2021, Lady MJ, was a year where there was a great divide in our nation between those that wanted to abide by the mask mandate and those who didn't. And I believe that we had one individual right in San Angelo who lost his life because he didn't want the government to make him wear a mask. Do you remember that case at all?
Yes, yes. In fact, he led a group of people in a protest. I think it wasn't just the mask, I think it also was the vaccine. And unfortunately, he lost his life. And somebody recently, the same thing happened to them because they refused to wear a mask and they lost their lives. But it's been, COVID, the pandemic has been very interesting, you know, and if you don't believe that there's a God with all the things that are happening, and the Bible talks about these things. You know, the Bible talks about these disasters, these pandemics, the wildfires and the flooding and the storms and the tornadoes in strange places.
Yeah.
You know, so
so we have the Word of God that tells us that, you know, when will the world end? And Jesus says that there will be famines and earthquakes in diverse places. And guess what? That's not the end of sorrows. That, according to what Jesus said, is the beginning of sorrows. And I don't know about you, but and those of you that are watching, but we need to take heed to the warnings that are coming to us right through the news. If you don't want to pick up a Bible and read it, okay, just turn the TV on, turn to your favorite news channel, and you will see that the Word of God is being fulfilled right before our eyes. I mean, there are earthquakes taking place in places you never even heard of earthquake taking place before.
Well, the tornado that just happened, that was across 4 states. Across 4 states.
That, you know, that tornado traveled 200 miles. Think about that. When did you ever hear of a tornado traveling 200 miles through 4 states and wreaking as much havoc as this one did when it went through Tennessee, I believe it was Mississippi, oh my gosh, Mayfield, I think, was it Mayfield?
Was it Arkansas?
No.
But I forget the states that it went through, but it was like 4 states that it went through. And it caused
literally billions of dollars. I mean, it's going to take people, I believe, years, maybe a couple decades even, to get past the damage that was done by the twister that hit. I think I forgot. I know the town is Mayfield. I forgot what state that was in. But our hearts do go out to all of the people there. We're constantly praying. And again, we talked about earlier how people are coming together across the nation. Well, people from all over the country went to Mayfield to help provide some relief to the people that were there. They wanted to provide them with food. Thousands of meals again being served to the tornado victims there. The people that worked in the candle factory.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
What a terrible thing to experience. People worked in that candle factory. People worked also at the Amazon warehouse that got literally half the building was destroyed by the tornado. And we could go on and on and on. And we see that, you know, to me, again, the biggest challenge and the saddest point for 2021 for me was to see how many lives have been lost as a result of COVID-19. My heart goes out to those families. I really, really, you know, I caught COVID, and
yeah,
and so that was a challenge for me. Thank God I didn't have to get hospitalized, but I was in immense pain with body aches, couldn't hardly move my legs, had some difficulty breathing, but not very badly. And thank God for we had a friend by the name of Jennifer. I'll just say that. She's a nurse. And Jennifer gave you some advice. What did she tell you?
She told me to tell you don't lay in the bed, to get up, start moving, even though it might hurt. She wanted you to move because she said if you lay down, that's what COVID wants you to do, that you would get pneumonia in the lung, you know, fluid build up in the lungs, and other things could happen. So she told me to tell you to move, to keep it moving.
And you know what? I am so grateful to her. And so a little kudos go out to Jennifer, our friendly neighborhood nurse, who gave me some sound advice, because I got to tell you, when a person gets COVID, and I'm talking about when you're really sickly with it, and of course I'm over 70 and have pre-existing health conditions, and so COVID likes people like me. So, but when I caught COVID, I literally was in so much pain I didn't want to move. Your brain tells you just lay down, but that's the very thing you should not do. But you should move. And so, based on what Jennifer told me, I got up in the midst of my pain, and it was excruciating. And I walked to the mailbox. Then I got back in the house and I went straight to bed. And then the next day, I walked to the end of the block, turned around and came back, went back to bed. But you know what happened, Lady MJ? On the third day that I started moving, there was no pain. And
I don't think there was no pain.
There was no pain. I was not in pain. I walked around the block. I went around a 4-block area around where we live, and I could have walked even further. And when I got done, I wasn't in pain, and I wasn't as exhausted as I was before. And so I'm so grateful that I did that, because your body tells you, look, sit down, lay down, don't move, because you're sick. But you have to break through, the barrier, and push your way through. And with the help of God and the help of praying people,
yes,
and I want to thank God for everybody. Listen, I want to thank y'all. There were so many people that were praying for us, and I want to thank you for your prayers, because your prayers is what got me through. And I believe that, and so I really want to say thank you for your prayers and for your concern.
I do want to say just one thing, Apostle. We know that vaccine is not going to completely stop you from getting COVID or wearing a mask is not going to completely stop you from getting COVID. But we must try to do something. And with our I don't know the word I want to say right now, but with us working with the CDC and prayers and staying in the presence of God has brought us this far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it certainly has. And you know, I'm just so grateful for everything that God has done,
yes,
to bring us through this trying year. All right, but guess what, folks? Coming up next, we're going to talk about leaving 2021, and now we're in 2022, and I got exciting news that I want to share with folks, because I believe God's doing some great things in 2022. What do you think?
I know He's doing some great things in 2022.
You're watching Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ.
And we are the Jenkins.
Real Talk with the Jenkins. We'll be right back after these messages. It's the giant rug and art sale under the big white tent at the Mall of Abilene near JCPenney's for a limited time only. You'll get great deals, 30 to 50% off from an impressive selection of beautiful rugs of all sizes and shapes. You'll see all kinds of styles and colors. Witness a greater selection of rugs at the Rug and Art Tent than any other place in Abilene. Looking for art? You'll find a great display of decorative oil paintings and frames at the Giant Rug and Art Sale. Select paintings of different genres and sizes from 2x3 to 10x13. It's all happening at the Giant Rug and Art Sale at the Big White Tent at the Mall of Abilene near JCPenney's for a limited time.
My name is Travis with Grace Transmissions. Here at Grace Transmissions, we have a reputation for customer service, and we've been serving the San Angelo area for over 45 years. Our focus is you, the customer. So whether you need a diagnostic check or a complete transmission service repair, we're here for you. Grace Transmissions, where service meets quality, and that's our #1 priority.
We are here when you need us.
Gray's Transmissions, 1202 Pulliam Street, San Angelo. Ready for a great meal and an awesome atmosphere? Then Golden Corral in San Angelo is the right place. You'll get a wide variety of delicious selections. Whether it's from our grill with freshly cooked steaks, our line of entrees featuring fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and plenty of mixed vegetables, to our array of desserts and your choice from the salad bar, you'll dine in our newly renovated family-owned restaurant with style and comfort. Golden Corral serves breakfast Saturday and Sunday mornings and steaks every night and after 11 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Golden Corral offers curbside to go and catering with a large menu for your special event. So come on out to Golden Corral, 4387 West Houston Hart in San Angelo. And now back to Real Talk with MJ and Dr. G.
Dr. G, as we get ready to enter into 2022, and anyone that's watching the show right now, we're now in 2022. One of the things I want to begin the year with is getting a closer relationship with God and thanking Him for bringing me thus far.
Well, you know, Lady MJ, I really feel the same way. As the new year is now upon us, one of the first things that I want to do, I want to be in a church somewhere giving thanks to God for keeping us and protecting us through the previous year, but thanking Him for allowing us to see another year. Well, I think we're out of time, but I want to say I hope that we can do more. Now, if you or someone you know, we got to let people know this. We have a new studio here in
Yes.
San Angelo, the Gospel America Television Network.
God is doing great things.
He's already started.
Yes, yes, yes.
We have a new studio right here in San Angelo. The Gospel America Television Network is broadcasting 24 hours a day live from San Angelo. Now, if you want to know how to watch us, it's real easy. Just go online at www.gospelamerica.net, and you can watch us on your computer, your smartphone, your tablet. Just go online and watch us. And if you have Roku or Fire TV at home, you can go to Roku, go to Fire TV, add the Gospel America channel to your channel lineup on Roku or Fire TV. And then guess what, folks? You can download us, you can watch us on Roku in your living room or rec room or wherever, and you can watch us, the Christian programming that we have. And if you would like to, if you want to teach, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
If you want to teach and have a Bible study, we have a studio. You can have an audience with you. We can film your project right here in our studio. And if you'd like to know more about that, give us a call. The number is 203-410-6053. That number again is 203-410-6053. And you can also email us at gospelamericachannel@gmail.com.
And as you know, this is Real Talk with the Jenkins. So if you have a subject matter that you would like to talk to, we welcome you to come on the show with us. Once again, call that number, 203-410-6053.
All right. Well, we want to certainly thank you all for taking the time to be with us. And we want you to have a happy, prosperous, healthy, and joyous new year. You're watching Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ.
And we are the Jenkins.